Hello, hello, hello. I don't know what you guys are talking about. What drama? What drama? I'm not. I don't know about any drama. Hello, Eleonora. Hello, Waffles. Hello, Dara. It's lovely to see you again. Happy Friday, everyone. Hello, I can't wait to hear about the drama and share some drama of my own as we finished our D&D campaign. Oh, how exciting. I can't wait to hear about it. How are you guys today? I'm doing okay. It's been a very up and down week, I have to say. With me and the weather. It's actually been kind of crazy. It keeps hailing and then it's just super duper sunny and then it hails like crazy again. Wild. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's global warming. Who knows? Yes, I hope you guys are doing very well. What have you guys been up to? And are you guys excited to hopefully maybe get close to finishing this piece? This piece? This one right here? Because I am. Oh mama. We're so close, we're so close. We're gonna get Cat. Cat's gonna get got. We're gonna finish her off. We're gonna finish her off. I think I'm gonna change the color of her clothes because she's looking a bit too blue for my liking. And then we're gonna and then we're gonna spin the wheel for the last one. I wonder who it's gonna be. So let's get right into it, into our hopefully penultimate stream of every single D&D character that I've ever played, even if it's just for one session. Oh my god, we're almost finished. What? Global warming? No, surely not. No, surely not. Almost done. Yes! Oh, our show is on. Popcorn, popcorn. Was supposed to play Session 0 of Call of Cthulhu campaign, but it got postponed, and I'm kind of glad. Lol. Yeah, because then you can be here with me. With all of us, and we can hang out, and it'll be great. It'll be a fun time. I really need to fix Kat's face, I think. Her face is a little bit off to me. And oh my gosh, she's so small. She's so small in here. I'm so sorry, everyone. Flashbang, flashbang. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. It's so bright. I just need to fix her face just a little bit. I like the general vibe of it. It's just not quite proportional. Yeah, she has quite an interesting face, I think. But yeah. Today we're finishing off Cat, my wonderful, beautiful Storm Goliath, I think. That was a level 1 that I played for one hungover session. And she is a cleric, nature domain, and her whole thing is that she is a part-time DJ and a part-time cat sitter, cat groomer. You know how it is. Waffles, I'm doing okay now, thanks. I'll be honest, not the best this entire month, especially this week. Anxiety attacks are not fun. Hope y'all are doing better. I'm so sorry to hear that, Waffles. I hope you're doing better. I hope you're on the up. Anxiety is an absolute beast. I know her well. She's yeah, she's a beast. But it'll pass. As it must. Just gotta look after yourself until then. Got paid earlier as well, so I have money for a chibi. Yes! Chibi. I think I saw that you have purchased a chibi from me, and I'm very excited. Thank you so much. I still have to go through and read your messages. I'm so sorry. I've been slacking. But don't fear. Don't fear. You'll get your chibi in short order. I feel like there's this sort of elephant in the room. This sort of Brannigan shaped elephant in the room. Because he's just so large. He's just so big and fat. Honestly, I hate that guy. Yes, we had a, well, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address my baby girl. Oh, she's so sad. She's so sad. Something happened last week. Something terrible. Something terrible. Oh my god, I've been so distraught. I've been so distraught. But you know, it's a fictional game, so so it's actually fine. I was so upset for like 3 days, and then I woke up on the 4th day and I was like, oh yeah, this is fine. This is so you know, you guys know how I was talking about La Fleur's night last week, about our fun little opera. Let me get that opera fit up again, because she was so cute. Where's she gone? Oh, there we go. Do you remember this from last week? So cute, so cute, so fun. Bran and Senno at La Fleur's night. We went to the opera, and last week I was talking about where we ended the session and how the guy that we were following, the guy that we were tailing, was in trouble, and he was tied to a chair by these two figures in crow masks, and this really old lady, super duper old lady with like cloud hair, she had a heron handbag. She had a handbag made out of a stuffed heron. She's incredible, super duper racist granny, like, oh my gosh. She's everyone's least favorite guest at the Yule feast. I'm telling you, she's causing drama every single year. And you know what, I remember last week I was saying I was a little bit afraid for this fight because we have so many players, so many party members, and there was only 3 people that we were gonna fight. And I was like, oh, well, they're gonna be really scary, aren't they? The old lady's gonna be in disguise or something like that. Something is gonna go wrong. I just have a bad feeling about it. And the fight with the old lady was so easy. Like, oh my gosh, super duper chill, super duper fun. Literally just one turn to them, one turn to the crow people, just bang bang, Eldritch Blast to the face. They're down in 1, they're down in 2 or 1. And we gathered the racist lady, we took her, we put her on a chair. Yeah, we put her on the chair and we started questioning her about what she knew. Kept her alive for questioning. And, you know, she wasn't very helpful. We zoned of truth to her, but of course, it just means that she can't tell a lie knowingly. But she can definitely avoid answering the question. And that she did. And she was so viciously racist against the orcs. So against my dear Senno Marion, and Senno was not happy about it. She threatened to drown her in sewage. And eventually Bran had to step in and be like, this isn't helping. This isn't helping, girl. And, you know, we were just about to grab her and take her back to our apartment, along with the guy that we were there to rescue. We're going to take him back to our apartment building because we have an empty apartment, and we were going to question them there with Isabella's help, our patron. And while we were questioning her, While we were questioning her, some of these freaks showed up. I don't know if you guys have been here. I don't know if you guys have, how many of you guys have watched me design these outfits. But these are Inquisitors, and they are so fucking scary. They are so scary. They are the sword arm of the church. They are here to punish mages and heathens and just crack down on all illegal magic and, you know, just kill everyone. Just, you know, we're all a bunch of dirty heathens. We are mostly non-human. We are all spellcasters. I think only one of us actually worships the Lady of the Damp and Rain. And yeah, they're super scary. And we had one of these fellas, who's a basic Inquisitor foot soldier. You got his like details down here. There's these little droplet channels. This kind of fills up with water and it like runs down and drips off. And they have all the beads to look like water droplets, like they're covered in dew. And we had one of these guys who is like a mage. And they're a mage that has basically been turned by the Inquisition into a weapon, essentially. So we had one of these and one of these show up. Peak armor design. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thanks, guys. Oh my gosh. I'd love to be able to do highlights like that. My god, this is cool. Thank you so much. I do intend to turn the streams that I worked on this into a speed paint. They're so... I had so much fun designing them. Oh my gosh. Oh, that some mood work has been harsh recently, but TTRPG sessions are still happening, so weeks go smoother with them. Yes, absolutely. I've been working on a little story for a comic about a furry cat person stuck in an empty universe, being able to create everything via a computer terminal, making him basically God. Excited to continue working on it. Oh, that's so cool. That's so fun. I love that, Waffles. Never trust old ladies. Same goes for you, Auntie. Never trusting another you, Auntie, again. Yeah, never trust old ladies. Yeah, so we were just about to head out with our tied up old lady and he was rather pathetic, this nobleman that we were protecting. And these Inquisitors showed up. This one and this one. And Brannigan. Brannigan did unfortunately die permanently in the ensuing battle. Honestly, it was so insane. It was so insane to go through. The whole fight took 2 turns. Because there were only 2 Inquisitors. Only 2, but that was enough. They were insanely powerful. Seno, Mirian, and Quinlan were held personed. Seno tried to counterspell it, but she got counterspelled basically every single time. Her counterspell was always counterspelled, which is so sad. And they did a heap of damage. Quinlan went down, but Quinlan came back up, and Brannigan was killed. He was in melee with the Inquisitor in full armor, and the guy just turned around and just attacked him and just like stabbed him through the heart, killed him. And, you know, that was bad enough because we didn't have any Revivify, but we did have a Gentle Repo scroll. So we were kind of hopeful that, you know, we could Gentle Repose him, take him somewhere, and Revivify him once we got diamonds, because we didn't have any diamonds. But then the Inquisitor beheaded him in front of all his friends, which I think is something that we haven't spoken about enough as a party. It's just how traumatizing that would be to witness. And that was it. Characters were pleading for their gods and for just trying to find any sort of way of protecting Bran's body or protecting him generally, and it just didn't. It wasn't meant to be. And Bran is gone. Brannigan is gone. And after the fight ended, we finished the fight. We killed the 2 Inquisitors. Senno got to throw down a super, I rolled really well for the damage, a super powerful fireball that I imagine was like white hot, because she was screaming and devastated. And then after the fight ended, Bran's body turned to bark and wood, and then it all just sort of collapsed into the floor, and grass grew along with these ghostly white orchids and these bluebells. And as his barky chest like collapsed inwards and his body crumbled, all of these fireflies spilled out of his chest. And that's where we see Senno in this picture, because she screamed and she ran over and she was like clawing at the ground and she was begging for him to come back and just, no, Bran, no. And yeah, eventually the other party members had to literally drag her out of the sewers, because he died in a fucking sewer, which is just so, ugh, nasty. Nasty, stinky. So yeah, he was, oh my god, hi. Oh yeah, elephant in the room. This is awkward and sad. Yeah, you know, I just had to, hi Jack, we just had to inform the team, inform the squad of what has happened to our dear Brannigan. Rip Brannigan, I guess. Yeah, you would say that, wouldn't you? So yeah, and it's, ugh, I just feel so bad for Senno. Then after that, we left the sewers, and you know, at least we didn't have to take his body with us or anything. We didn't have to deal with like his head and his body. It was all sort of cleaned up for him. And he's just a nice little flower garden now. And his patron Mama has basically just reclaimed his soul. We have a necromancer with us. Her name is Eleanor. I designed her on stream. She's lovely. Love her. She tried to sort of commune with him in some way. She knew that there was no chance of like bringing him back. And she sensed that he was a bit homesick, but that he was happy. And he died happy. He died with a smile on his face, which is just so Bran, honestly. Just, you know how it is. Really devastating, and I'm really, really devastated for Senno. You know, I spent the last like 3 days being really, really sad because like, you're not supposed to pick your favorites out of your party, but aside from Senno, Bran was my favorite. He was my favorite character. So, you know, it's just a bummer when your favorite character dies. But then also, like, now Senno is without him, and she really needs him, like, quite a lot. So this is gonna be rough. They didn't actually know each other that long, timeline-wise. I think they were coming on to 3 months, actually, of knowing each other, but they have been completely inseparable ever since they met. They sleep in the same bed every night. They spend every waking moment together. They have been extremely close ever since they met. And he not only is like the only thing that brought her any sort of joy, like made being out and away from her home like even somewhat bearable, because she hated it. She hates this country that she's in. She just wants to go home with every fiber of her being, and Brannigan was the only reason that she didn't want to go home. It was like the only thing that made it better. And not only that, but he is also the best friend that she had ever had, full stop. Is the only person that she has never needed to hide any secrets from. Because even though she's had other friends in the past, and she has her mum, and she's very close with her mum and everything like that, because of the way that her home is about magic and things like that, she could never ever share with them her passion. Like, magic is a part of her that she loves it so much, and she could never share that with anyone back home. And she finally found this one person that she didn't have to hide any secrets from, and you know, he was so much more to her than just, I don't know. He meant so much to her, and you're so right, Eleonora. It's time for Gelly to have a biblical crash out. She is, oh man. Oh, it's so rough. It's so rough. And there's so many different little things about the whole situation that just make it so much worse. Such as the last time they ever spoke to each other, the last time Brannigan ever said anything to her, he was shouting at her to get her to stop harassing the old lady, the old racist lady. So yay. Yay. So fun. And it was very, very emotional, and it's the first like proper PC death that we've ever had. You know, we've had a lot of people die, but they've always come back, and this is the first time that they're not coming back. God. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. Oh my god. There's so much to it. There's so many things that they'll never get to do. So many things that they like had and are now lost. Like, oh, just after it all went down, the party went back to their house, their apartment block, and Isabella was there waiting for them. And we informed her of what happened, and it was actually quite sweet. She like gave Sano a big hug, and Sano was just so distraught. She was sobbing. She couldn't stand up. And Isabella like sent her to sleep with magic, and it was really cute. She was like shushing her and like stroking her hair, and like gave her a big hug and sent her to sleep. And then someone had to carry her upstairs. William carried her upstairs. And then when she woke up from her sleep spell, she went to Brannigan's room and she crawled into his bed and she went to sleep there. And that's where she spends the next week of time. Because we're gonna skip a week. We're just gonna like race through it, just a bit of downtime stuff, because there's some grieving to be done. Some of us are a little less useful than others at this present moment. So yeah. And honestly, not only has Sano's best friend died in front of her, beheaded by Inquisitors, who are the things that she hates sort of most in this world and is the most scared of it in this world. But she's also discovered that the gas, like the plan that they had in place to stop this Grey Veil gas from being distributed into the Veil, is not going to work because they're taking it somewhere else now. So now she has to worry about that as well. But her friend's also dead. Oh my god. And it's also like way bigger than anyone expected. And you know, everyone's talking to Isabella and being like, no, we can't work for you anymore, basically, because of everything that's happened. But Seno can't afford not to work for her because she's the only lead. She's the only lead for the Grey Veil thing, so... Oh my gosh. Gee, who's writing this? No, it's so real. Our campaign finale was rough. Only one PC got a good ending. Oh my god, that is rough. Oh no, what happened, Daro? So, yeah, really, really rough. And every single time I think about them, it hurts just a little bit more. Because I remember something about them that makes me absolutely devastated. Like how they were meant to find Brannigan's friend Tashi, and after they found her, they were going to go and join the circus together, because that's where Bran's like from the circus. He's not from the circus, but like worked in the circus, and he's told Seno all of these stories about the circus and how wonderful and amazing and fun it is, and how it's just a bunch of little freaks who have come together as a family, and like everyone's accepted. And she's like, I really want to join the circus. This sounds like the best thing ever. And now he's not there to... They can't join the circus together. She'll never be able to find his circus, like the one that he actually ran with, by herself, I don't think. And you know, there's so many people who knew Bran that Seno has no idea who they are. It's like, how's she gonna tell them that he's dead? Would anyone care if he died? I don't know. Really sad. Really, really sad. And now Seno's just stuck with these fucking freaks that she doesn't like, you know? I think it'll be nice. It'll be a nice way of bringing the party together in this sort of hardship. But, you know, it feels like she was on her way to healing. She was on her way to healing and to sort of like trusting that she could have friends You know, that she'll be able to keep friends at some point, and Rini's friend has died. Teehee, so you know, this is gonna be great. This is gonna go well. I think it's gonna be good. Don't even worry about it. Biblical level crash out incoming. For sure. We had our fight against an abyss corrupted wizard, which went pretty smooth thanks to a hold person that landed on him, which allowed our Yuan-Ti to deal over 100 damage in one turn. Ooh. Damn. The fight was happening in a sinkhole, the portal to the abyss in the middle. After the wizard crumbled to dust, he dropped a crystal shard that we identified as one of two halves. Ooh. Love a MacGuffin. I really don't know what I'm doing with Cat, to be honest. I'm really just sort of throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. Like, I don't care about her. Why am I even drawing her? You know, what's even the point? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? It's so rough because I'm usually the person who writes the notes. So the next day I was so devastated and sad, and I had to write the notes about how Bran died. And but I also, like, before that I had to write about the fucking racist old lady. And I'm like, and at the time I was like, who cares? No one cares about this lady. Our friend just died. Like, are you kidding? Oh my gosh. But yeah. And the worst thing about it is that there's not gonna be any more like Bran and Senno art. So I usually just draw things that happen in game or adjacent to what happens in game, but you're not gonna have that anymore. So I'm not gonna have little cute moments drawn anymore of them. It's just so sad. I loved drawing Bran. He was so fit. Rest in peace, King. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think it just hits a bit harder because this is the first time that we've had a proper character death. Before. I've had characters leave the party before, but this is the first time. And it's brought up interesting conversations amongst the group. Mainly just about, like, whether they're a fan of PC death in general. Which I think is fair. Like, if you're not cool with your PC dying, then, you know, that's cool. Yeah, that's what a session 0 is for. But also because we've never had it before, the session 0 doesn't really work because you don't know how you're gonna react to something like that until it actually happens, really. We had an ally NPC, an elf warlock lady that only my character fully trusted, and our bard wanted to kill because she got mind controlled for one turn and was shaken off in a funny way. In a previous fight, I tried to hit the enemy that mind controlled her, but I rolled a nat 1 and hit her instead, which broke the mind control. Iconic. Iconic. I love it. I love a silly nat 1. I like when nat 1s have a silly unintended consequence. Right, let's do cat's hair, maybe? So, yeah. That's that. That's the end of Senno and Bran's friendship. Although I'm sure that Senna will find a way of bringing him back at some point. You know, she's not a quitter. She's not a quitter. She will... Where there's a will, there's a way. And... My god. Does Senna have the will? She's got willpower for days. She's just gonna be a bit lost without him, I think. Poor girl. It's always so rough. It's always so rough when your character like goes through the traumatic experience in game. You know, it's you show up to session 1 and you have all this backstory trauma planned out, and Senna didn't really have that much. You know, she's had a rough time of it, but in some regards, but I wouldn't say it's like super duper traumatizing and like this, you know. So this is really her canon event, and how people treat her and look after her and speak to her in these coming weeks are really going to shape how she goes forward in this campaign. Eek. I'm sure we're fine. I'm sure it's all gonna be fine, and she's not gonna do anything bad or horrible in any way. Everything is gonna be just fine. The bard used spirit guardians but excluded her from allies, so she was downed by it. My tabaxi used cure wounds on her and kept her alive during the wizard fight, which was a great decision. After the fight, she began chanting in Sylvan, which my character understood. It was such a chant for help. Explained through psychic connection that she took a pact to save herself from corruption. Ah! I love being the only character to like trust someone. It's really funny. A lot of characters come into something being like, I don't know, just not trusting any of the NPCs. They all seem so dodgy. That's what we have at the moment with Isabella, because Senna's the only one who really gets along with her. Some people think she's slay. Some people find her very, very untrustworthy, especially after the whole bank thing. And I'm sure some people are going to blame her for sending us on this job that got Bran killed. But Senna doesn't blame Isabella. Senna blames the Inquisitors and the Ruby Crows. And herself. It's fine. Isabella's not to blame. At that moment, an archfey, her patron, appeared and thanked us for saving his people. As a reward, we got a level up. Everyone except our bard. They got punished by a level down from the archfey. Oh no! Oh, that's funny. Hey, don't mess with the fae. They'll get ya. They'll get you, they will. Yeah, aside from all of the sadness and potential, I don't know, there's it was kind of kicking off in the group chat. I wouldn't say kicking off, but there's, I don't know, there's talks going on in the group chat currently that I'm like, maybe currently? Yeah. that I can't read right now because I'm busy. Which is a shame because I think the whole thing with Bran's death it's obviously very, very sad, and I'm absolutely devastated on Senno's behalf. Because she's my baby and I don't want her to be sad, but this is literally the saddest that she's ever been. And hopefully ever will be. But it was really cool. I think it was just really good TV. It was really good storytelling. The fact that it was Inquisitors that killed him really establishes them as a threat, because I think some of the party were not taking them seriously enough. Like casting spells out in public and stuff like that. On multiple occasions, and it's like, we can't be doing that. We can't be doing that because then the Inquisitors will come, and now we know what they'll do to us. We've seen it. I think it also does a good job of getting people a bit more invested in taking them down. And hopefully it gets people more invested in the whole Greyveil thing, because, like, hey, they're trying to wipe out a whole nation. Look at that. Yeah, looks like waves. But hey, we get a new character. Yippee! I'm very excited to see this new character. See what they get up to. I get to draw their art, their tokens. Should be very cool. We walked through the portal into the abyss and were found surrounded by demons with a huge one waiting for us. He had the second half of the crystal on him. Then he had a speech that broke us apart. He promised everyone power if we helped him, and the DM gave us a decision depending on our character's feelings about it. We had to roll a will save for it. Oh god. I'm excited to see the art. Yes! I'm excited to do the art. I'm excited. It's been a while since I got to draw a bust. And also, we're going to be meeting Corycus next session, hopefully, during our week off. Handsome bugbear man that we drew on stream together. This yummy boy. So tasty. Such a shame that when we meet him, he's not going to be in the best of places, because I want to romance this guy so bad. Oh, he's so yummy. He's so yummy. Slap. This is... Hello, sir. Woof, bark. Absolutely. I'm sure he'll understand. I'm sure he'll understand that Senno's not really looking her best, feeling her best. I'll understand. He won't hold it against her. Depending how our characters felt about it, we could choose to do it at an advantage regularly or at a disadvantage if we wanted said power. Oh, Susanna would be doing this at disadvantage for sure. She is a power hungry bitch. She loves power. She wants power. You know, especially now that her best friend's dead. Because, you know, if she was more powerful than that wouldn't have happened, you know? If she was more powerful, she would have been able to bring him back. If she's more powerful, then he wouldn't have died in the first place. Power fixes everything. Unbridled power fixes everything. There is, and that's the lesson that we should take away from this, I think. And there is no cost too great for power because it fixes everything. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This actually kind of sounds like Senna's fault, really. Hey, I said she blames herself. If she was more powerful, then he wouldn't have died. So, you know, I think that's a really good lesson that she should internalize, is that it's 100% her fault, as well as the Ruby Crow's fault, and also the Inquisitor's fault. And what she needs to do is take on as much power as possible, so she can make them pay, and also so she can bring her friend back, and also so that this never happens again. And also so that people will like her, because, you know, everyone likes a bitch with power. It's a win-win-win-win-win, you know? And I'm sure there's nothing that can go wrong from that. Kind of like this sort of burgundy colour. I like this burgundy colour on Cat. It's quite nice. Clean that up. The Yuan-Ti was the only one that rolled at disadvantage and betrayed us during the fight, and started with a fireball aimed at us. Our bar got bursted by the demon in one turn. Oh god. Motovaxi got hexed by the Yuan-Ti for dexterity, but still managed to steal the other half of the crystal thanks to his insane sleight of hand, and after grabbing it, I dashed for the portal. Oh my god. Betrayal! Love a pie betrayal. You know, it's rough, but it's also so good. Me, oh my gosh, thirsty. Orlick was waiting on the other side with the other half, but the Yuan-Ti got to me first and locked me in place with Maximilian's Earth and Grasp. Oh, not Earth and Grasp. Kind of a insanely cool spell. Love that one. She's cool. She's cool. I love her. I need to go eat, but I'll be back. Okay, see you later. See you in a bit, Jack. Ah. Yeah. So this whole PC death thing is very very heavy on the mind at the moment. I don't know, I'm curious if you guys have any stories or thoughts about permanent PC death. This is our first one, so we're like super like about it. I managed to throw the crystal to her at a disadvantage, but still managed to roll a 19. All she had to do was connect the half so we could destroy it and close the portal. Oh my god. This sounds like a really, really intense finale. There's nothing quite like having to deal with little objects that people want. Or the big bads want. Playing catch with a cursed sword in our case. That was a good time. My stance on PC death is purely situational, lol. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. I think if it's a... I feel like PC death in sort of like a... When it comes about in like a dungeon or something during a situation that's like kind of lame and not very climactic, it feels a bit like not great. I'm not really a fan of that. But I think if there's a PC death in the way that it happened like to Bran, in that it's super duper story heavy, the incredible storytelling really, then it's kind of cool and fun. I kind of love it, even though it was it was so heartbreaking at the time. It was the first time I'd ever actually cried at a D&D session. I'm not usually a big on the tears, which is mostly just because it's like with other people. I don't want other people to see me, but oh, that session I just couldn't not. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. But for the plot, hell yeah. Death for the plot is so good. The Yuan-ti got to her first and instantly killed her, and at that point I knew that there was no hope for us. Our druid sacrificed himself by giving me enough time to escape. Oh my god! Oh, that's so sad! I used the Rod of Pack Keeping to regain my last spell slot, and Missy stepped out of the earthen grasp and ran away. The Yuan-ti moved the grass to the bard and executed her. Oh my god! No, that's so sad. Oh my gosh, RIP. That sucks. Like, so intense and so impactful. But also just so sad. The last survivor. Little ribbons. Gosh, I really want to be done with Cat. It just makes it seem like I hate her so much. Maybe I do, but I'm just excited to get onto Athos, really. Oh, hi Clarabelle. Let's fix up this glove. And I must admit, I am quite excited for Senna Mirren's Crash Out. I think it's going to be fun. She's not the most morally conscious person at the best of times. And these are certainly the worst of times. I think she's gonna actually go like kind of crazy evil if she can. So that's gonna be fun. And she's gonna be way more reckless than she was before, and she was already pretty reckless. That's also gonna be fun. I have to just come up with evil things to do. Get the little brush. The bard... Oh wait. All the time keeping the psychic connection and taunting my tabaxi that he cowered and ran for his life. Oh gosh! The Vard and the Druid died, the Yuan-ti became a general of the Abyssal Army, Waterdeep was destroyed, and the coast next to Baldur's Gate was flooded. Oh my god, that's terrible. Oh no. The being called a coward is so funny. It's just such insult to injury. That's crazy fun though. The cat has this big like leather glove so that she doesn't get scratched by the cats that she grooms. So stupid. You just... I really love rendering a leather. I think it's quite fun. Just like a little bit shiny, you know? Turn down the opacity. Just want to tone down some of these lines. And we'll get a little ring in. So shiny. There was a reason for his escape though, as my rogue had a family east of Baldur's Gate, hoping that he had enough time to get to them and escape further east with them and plan for revenge. Yes! And that's where we ended, maybe for now. Oh my god! Oh, that's so rough. That's such a rough ending. Like super cool, but also so rough. Oh, I'd be so good. It's also like really cool though, like hero sacrifice. And it's nice that your character gets to, you know, it's not over for them. They're gonna come back with a vengeance, which is really fun. And she's got a little shell on her on her headphones. It's just so stupid. This Yuan-ti was way too powerful for us to deal with. I'd have to roll 19 or higher to even hit him. What the hell? Oh my god. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of power. That AC that high? Crikey. Wait, where's the bag? Should I use this bloody bag on? This one. '21 AC with many spell slots for shield spell. Ugh. Ugh. I do love I do love do love shield spell though. That's fun. We had a dude's head explode last session and a weird little blood monster popped out. Oh my god. What the hell? Why? Who is this? Put him back. Put him back in the... Why did the head explode? I suppose you're playing spooky game. Ugh, that's so gross. That's some Resident Evil stuff. Yeah, for real. Oh my gosh, now I'm imagining the baby from the Resident Evil village, was it? I think so. We may have gotten bro a little too agitated. Yeah, he's just a little bit too excited. Hello, hello, just got out of work. Hello, Dark Shadow. How are you? Are you feeling better? I hope so. Feeling better after last week. Almost finished with Cat. Thank God, because I don't want to. I don't really want to keep drawing her. Let's zoom out. Let's see how we're going. I think she looks pretty cool. There's something about her chest that's like way wrong, I think, but ugh. Just kind of need to this. Still got a snotty ass nose. Oh, poor thing. Blocked nose. Sniffly as hell. I get really sniffly when I'm sick. It's really annoying. Oh. Okay. I don't know why I got disconnected there. That's really fun. That's really fun. Let's not be disconnecting. That's a bit... Okay. Well, I don't know why I disconnected then. It's a bit fun. Okay. maybe I need to update my OBS. Okay, Shiver 2.0 is staying in the vault for now. Probably going to return as an Oath of Vengeance / Celestial Warlock if we continue this part in the future. Yippee! I get so excited for the idea of sort of retired adventurers coming back. I get so excited to think about Zafir coming back in the future, even though it's, you know... Well, it's actually not going to be too long because we've got a wedding session planned out. That'd be nice. I think I'm actually gonna darken this. It just feels too... I don't know, just draws too much attention to her boobage. Blood Monster got put in interdimensional Tupperware though, so yay! I love that. Oh, that's also kind of giving, you know what I'm kind of imagining, I don't know if you guys have watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Envy. But it kind of makes me think of Envy when Envy was like a little blob. Hang on. Me. This is what I'm imagining for your little blood monster, but just like make it out of blood. Just this little like little fella, little envy. Yeah. Put him in a little Tupperware. Carry him around. But now it's time for Bruma, my Goliath Bard. Hell yeah! That's so exciting. Another one of my players is going to watch that stream in a bit soon. Oh, yippee! How has everyone been? Oh, well, besides work, been pretty good. Yeah, I've been good. Mostly. In my real life, I have been good. But in D&D, things have been bad. Unfortunately, Dark Shadow. Brannigan died permanently in the last session, which is yay. It really sort of consumed all of my thoughts over the past week. So that's fun. That's really nice. It's really nice for my girl, Sano. It's going to Reese recently adopted child's pet. Oh, yippee! That's so fun. New baby just dropped. New baby for Reese just dropped. We love to see it. Gosh, radiators are like really high. Toasty in here. I know this week will end great at least. Pathfinder session on Sunday. Gonna get to play as my precious boy Maka. Yippee! Okay. I think we can call Cat done. So here we are. This is what we're looking like. For our piece. Let's spin the wheel to see who we get for our last character. Oh my god, no way! It's Athos! It's Athos! The last character. Here we are. And the lovely, wonderful thing about Athos is he's also my first character. He's the first character I ever played, which I think is just so nice. We're ending where we started with my baby boy, Athos. My gay tiefling bard. And he did actually have a different design when I first played him. It's a super old art, so please do not judge me. But this was his original design with my very old Nasty Boots art. He had this sort of like white mullet and very pale yellow, and he's super cute, and in his boots. Very, very gay tiefling bard. But after his campaign ended, sort of fell apart really. He ended up, well, his campaign ended when a dragon attacked the ship that he was on and shipwrecked him and his friends. Most of his friends died, except for his husband and like one other person. They managed to escape the island that they were shipwrecked on, and you know, they finished their adventure off screen. And eventually eventually, through a series of events, Athos ended up trapped in the Feywild, and he's been living there for some time now. And the Feywild has this way of changing races, changing the physiology of different characters, and just basically like enhancing everything about their racial features. So this is his current design. As you can see, his tail is much longer. It's got fluff on the end. He's got hooves now. He's got super long horns and super long ears, and he just looks so fierce, and I love his new design. And his eyes went a bit more demonic, and all of this, it's just... The Feywild just turns everything up to 11. And he also has this sort of gold kintsugi in his horn because he broke his horn. He broke his horn during the dragon fight. And he lives in the Feywild with his husband, Tamrel, who is a snow half elf. So we started off in the Northern Kingdoms, which is like super like Scandinavian vibes, super like Viking-y vibes. And yes, he is a snow elf, and he also got turned up to 11. These guys are both super duper tall, and because he's a snow elf, snow just sort of like falls off him and drifts around him. Wherever he steps, he leaves a trail of snow behind him. This was a burn during the campaign. Basically, one of the only two things I remember about the campaign is that the town that we started in got nuked. We like nukes in our campaigns. I think it was actually nuked by the Sunstone, potentially. It had found its way up north and destroyed the town of Entuna, which is where we were. And this guy Tamrel lived there. And he lost his dad in the blast, and he got severely burned in the blast as well. But when he traveled to the Feywild, his freckles turned to snow, and his burn turned to snow as well. And now he's got this sort of like fairy wing cape, and it's just so fey and cool, and I love them. I love them both very dearly. It was very fun to redesign them. We've got another session tonight, so I get to try to figure out why the thing disappeared from my Tupperware. It wasn't supposed to do that. You little guy. I think Merca joins Team Horns pretty soon. Everyone looks better with horns. Absolutely. Athos went on a queer maxing Feywild trip. Yeah. Hey, he moved to be with his people. Because he can't leave. Love the character so much, so pretty. Thank you. I think I drew him for art fight. Probably, I think so. Athos was quite popular in art fight, and Tamrel did get a little bit of love as well because I had them both. I had someone ask about his husband, which was really cute. They went out of their way to do that. Yeah, so the whole thing really is that Athos came from a mob family. Basically, he is the descendant of this lady, Lady Erebus Rosarius, who, I don't know if you recall, she nuked a place. And she was sent to the material plane in order to make good on a bet between a devil and an archfey. and you know, it went. House Rosarius grew to minor nobility. They are the second richest house in their duchy, which is fun. Lovely for them. They do a lot of wine selling. They are very heavy on the wines. And they're a mob family. They're heavy on the wines and they're heavy on the crimes. Full tiefling family, tiefling supremacy sort of vibe, and Athos had 2 older brothers. He also had an older sister who ran away. She ran away because I think it was because she was in love with someone, and she didn't want to get married off to, like, she was supposed to get married off to a different house, and she didn't want to get married off to that house. She wanted to be with the person that she loved, so she ran away. But she's way older than Athos. She's like 8 to 10 years older than Athos, so he was never really close with her or anything. And yeah, and he was the runt of the family. He's the last born, little baby boy, and he was super duper close with his mom, super close with his mummy, and his father was always just sort of disappointed in him. Very classic dysfunctional family vibes. His brothers were always trying to outdo each other in order to earn their father's favor and to prove that they should be the ones to inherit the family businesses and the estate and the house in general. Athos wasn't really about that. He knew he was a disappointment from the jump, and he's kind of like, yeah, whatever. I'm fine with that. I'll just continue to be a disappointment. I'm just here to fuck bitches and then get money and play little songs and stuff like that. He's just here to party. Eventually his father sent him away. And it was about, it wasn't too long. I think it was maybe a year after Athos's mother went missing. As mob wives tend to do, they tend to disappear, unfortunately. And Athos's mother disappeared, and then about a year later he was sent away. But it was like a nice way. His dad gave him some money and was like, why don't you go traveling for an indeterminate amount of time? Why don't you go traveling forever? Don't bother coming back if you don't feel like it, you know? Just go and have fun. Just go and have fun. And Athos was like, hell yeah, funded holiday. I don't think he really realized that he was getting kicked out. But he was fully getting kicked out of the house. His father had just sort of had enough of him and sent him away. Because Athos is a very stupid boy. He's very clueless, kind of dumb. He traveled all the way from his warm, sunny duchy of Anatar all the way up to the Northern Kingdoms, where it's super frigid and cold and Scandinavian vibes. And he didn't think to bring a coat, and he also got mugged like twice in the week leading up to getting off the boat where we started our campaign, because he's just such an easy target. So he started off the campaign with literally no money, and he didn't have a coat, and his only goal in the beginning of the campaign was to get enough money to buy himself a coat. Which he did. He managed to buy himself a coat. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, it keeps cutting out. I don't know why this has happened again. It was all okay before. Oh, I don't know how far back I should go. So all he wanted was a coat, and he met this group of people and he traveled around with them for a while. I don't really remember what quest we ended up doing, but we went on a little quest. We found some elven baths hidden away that was super pretty and it was lovely. I remember we went underground at one point, and Athos had been flirting with this one character being sabotaged. Yeah. Athos had been flirting with this one character called Kyorda, and they were getting on really well until we met Tamriel, who, you know, kind of stole Athos's heart immediately. Athos is very much like, oh, I'm so scared of going down here. I'm so scared. In this underground place, please protect me, and like holding on to him and stuff like that. It was very he's not subtle, but hey, it worked. It worked, and Tamriel was absolutely infatuated with the man. So yeah, and after we came back from our little adventure, we returned and found that the town that we'd started in was blown up. We came back just in time to see it blow up, and a lot of NPCs died, and some NPC family died, such as Tamriel's father and things like that. And so in an effort to get to the bottom of this mystery, oh, just got home. Yippee! Oop. Yeah. Came back and all excited. In an effort to get to the bottom of this mystery, we ended up catching a boat to back to Anata, in the hopes of sort of finding out what was going on with that. And on our way back, we were attacked by a dragon, and it sunk the boat, and we ended up on an island, and that is where the last session that we played of him ended. And so off screen, the DM says that everyone who was there died, basically, except for Kyorda and Tamriel and Athos. They were the only ones who survived the initial dragon attack and the subsequent marooning. So yeah, after the campaign ended, I did see Athos again once during Godred's campaign. That's good. He got warm and snug. Yeah, he was nice and toasty. He got nice and toasty. He was back in his favored, back in his home country. It's where all the good wine is, you know. So yeah, we saw him again in Godred's campaign as a little cameo during the we were doing security for a gallery show, and Athos was there with his and Tamriel's mercenary band. They had started a mercenary group, and they were also there to do security. But they were also there because they had been hired to find Godred, which was a bit awkward. Which is a bit awkward and a bit funny. It meant that Godred, I couldn't speak to Athos really as Godred because he had to stay away. He had to stay away from Athos in case someone put two and two together and figured out that he was the Dragonborn that they were looking for. But I don't think that Athos would have figured it out, to be honest. He's so fucking stupid. He's so dumb. And I'm obsessed with him. I love him to pieces. And then, so yeah, that's where I last saw him in game. After that, it's canon that he returned home eventually because his father died. His father was killed, assassinated really, which, you know, is sort of par for the course when you're dealing with mob families and crime lords and all of this. His father died, and so he had to return home to deal with that. And he wasn't really that sad about it, to be honest. He wasn't exactly the closest with his dad, and I think at this point someone might have informed him that you know, might have had something to do with the fact that his mother went missing. So he didn't really forgive him for that. But the thing about it is that his brothers, in all of their competitiveness, they began to accuse each other of poisoning their father, of being the one to kill their father, in order to inherit the house and the syndicate and the wine business and all of this. They all accused each other of doing it, and I don't think anyone knows who actually killed Athos's father, but his brothers ended up sort of imploding. They got into such a big argument, his family imploded, they got into a huge fight, and that fight ended not necessarily like in that moment, but in the coming weeks that fight ended with his two other brothers being killed, being assassinated, and his remaining brother being blamed for it and thrown in jail for life, which by default leaves Athos head of the house. All he had to do was stand back and wait for everyone to get themselves into heaps of trouble, and I think actually one of his brothers had to flee the country. Maybe he didn't die. But either way, all of his brothers are out of commission. His sister's nowhere to be seen. He is, by default, the head of the house. And as soon as he became aware of all of the horrible shit that his mob family were doing, he put a stop to it, because that's not really his style. He believes in the wine business. He thinks that the family don't need to do all of this crime in order to be successful and wealthy, and in actuality it's really just sort of giving them a bad name. You know, he's a strong believer in not all publicity is good publicity, you know. Not all of it is good. You can have bad publicity too, and he was trying to fix their PR image, you know. So he shut down all of the illicit operations, and he just sort of started focusing on the wine thing, which inadvertently ended up resulting in, well, it ended up ending the bet between the Archfey and the demon from all those hundreds of years ago. Truth be told, they'd kind of forgotten about the bet at that point. It had been so long, they didn't really care about the family anymore. But when they realized that all of their hard work, all of the seeds of discord that had been sown by them had kind of been uprooted by Athos and his desire just to sell good wine, and to have fun and sing songs and all of this, they decided to end the bet, and the Archfey was declared victorious because of her first move of sending Erebus Rosarius to go and nuke a place. The Archfey won, and she appeared to Athos, and she told him that he had won a prize. He'd won a wonderful prize. Here, take this wonderful prize. A new lute or something. Oh, how wonderful. This is so lovely. Thank you so much, Archfey. I'll be taking that. And the moment that he touched it, Athos and his entire estate, including most of the vineyards, were transported to the Feywild, to the Summer Court. To the Summer Court, where his family was originally from. And there he has remained. He was actually throwing a party at the time. He actually had quite a lot of people at his house. Everyone came with him. The whole house came with him, and everyone that was in the house or in the vineyards at the time came with him. But over the years, everyone has sort of found their way back out of the Feywild. They've either made bargains with things to send them home to their families, or they've stumbled through a Fey gate by accident and ended up back in the material. But Athos is unable to ever leave the Feywild. Every single time he ever draws near to a Fey gate, it closes. So even if he wanted to head back home to the material plane, he cannot. He is stuck here. A party and a free trip to the Feywild? What a deal, I know! And he got to bring his whole house with him and everything, and his vineyards. So now his estate is currently within the Summer Court of the Feywild, and the vineyards have changed through their exposure to Fey magic, and now he makes like crazy good Fey wine. And the only real downside about it is that his husband is not exempt from falling through a Fey gate. You know, Athos himself is trapped, forever trapped in the Feywild. It is impossible for him to get out because the Fey gates close the moment that he gets near to them. But that doesn't apply to anyone else who was in his house at the time, which includes his husband. So his husband is not allowed to adventure by himself, which is really funny because he's a very skilled like hunter and tracker. Like he's like a ranger guy. He loves to go on adventures and stuff. He's always sort of milling about and going for walks and stuff, but he's not allowed to do that by himself. Just in case he ends up falling through falling through a Fey gate, wandering through a Fey gate, and ending up back in the material, because who knows how long it'll be in the Feywild before he manages to find his way back. It could be, because time moves differently, it could be hundreds and hundreds of years before Athos would be able to see his husband again, by the time Tamriel manages to get back. So, or it could be no time at all. Or it could be no time at all. Or, you know, it could be years before Tamriel finds another gate to get back through. So they just have to be careful. They just have to be careful about it. Which I'm sure makes Tamriel feel like he's being babysat, but, you know, kind of worth it to just live in a huge fancy house in the Feywild with all of this Fey wine forever, and just be forever young and hot. Like, they're not aging in there. They just, like, they look really cool. They're queer maxing. They look great, and they get to stay young and hot, and they just get to party forever, which is, yeah, there are worse fates. Exactly. I think honestly Athos has the best ending out of any of my characters, and he deserves it. He deserves it. He is my first character, he's my baby, and, you know, I love that for him. I love that he gets just to hang out and party in the Feywild forever. It's so him. And he didn't even really go through that much hardship to get that, you know? Like, Godred has a good ending. Godred is self-actualized and has a son and is really happy. But he had to go through a hell of a lot to get that. Whereas Athos is like, he's chillin'. He's been chillin'. Like, the only time something like really sad happened to him was kind of like when his dad kicked him out, when his mother went missing and stuff, but he was too, like, he didn't really get it. He didn't really understand it enough to be sad about it. He's just kind of like, I don't know, he's just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, free holiday, woo. Or when his dad told him that his mother had just sort of like abandoned him and just like left of her own accord to become a singer or something across the world, he kind of just believed it. You know, he's not the wisest. He's not the wisest. I think he had an okay intelligence, to be fair, but that's because he was well educated. You know, he's from a rich family. He's well educated in the sense that he knows history and things like that, but he's kind of dumb. He's got no common sense at all. Absolutely no common sense. He got mugged like 2 times in one day. Like, surely at that point you'd think he'd start taking measures to prevent himself from getting mugged, or figure out why they're targeting him so much. Like, maybe he shouldn't be wearing all of his gold and all of his jewelry, like, visible in a rough part of town. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's not his fault he got mugged, but I feel like there were things he could have done to stop it from happening again. And he's like, nah, it's fine. Who needs common sense nowadays? This from the person playing Reese. Hello. Oh gosh. Artosis. Like mitosis. You must be Dark Shadow's friend. Welcome. It's lovely to see you. How's your campaign going? Mine's going really well. My character's best friend died. He was beheaded. So that's really fun. It's going well. I am, yes, hello! Yippee! My gosh, my throat is so soft. I keep cutting out also, so just... It's not you, it's me. It's on a break. DM's working out the 2 missions for the split team. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, you got a crazy big party, didn't you? Oh, that's so fun. You know it's gonna be good when there has to be a little break between. It has to take a little bit longer to prepare. Worth it. You get his little wine in. I have 9 players, right? Oh my gosh, that's so many. That's so many. Get tea here. Little prop. Little wine glass prop. 8 or 9. Gosh. Eek. I think that's a good way of doing it. To like split things up at that point. Just so everyone gets a chance to do stuff, you know. You get there. Yeah, that's really Athos' story. He's just living it up in the Feywild. That's all you can really hope for, really. It's having a good time. He's just having a good time. He's here for a good time. And he's here for a long time because he's never gonna die. I guess unless he dies in the Feywild somehow, but he's not gonna die from old age, that's for sure. Teehee. Bit of an awkward split as one of the players on our team has swapped out their character and moved to the other team. Wow, that's so rude. I'm sure they have their reasons, but like, ouch, okay. Well, you didn't need them anyway. I'm sure. And there's little horns. And little blush on the ears. Their reason is a small half dragon. Ooh, tee. So they have. Because are you the small half dragon? Are you the small half dragon? The only reason they were on our team to begin with was to Rose Reese up and they wanted to keep Artasis' character. He is, maybe. Yeah. I was like swapped because like they didn't get what they wanted. I'm like, oh. That's so funny. They wanted to adopt the baby. A little baby. So cute. So cute. The baby's so cute. I love her. Pretty much. That's so funny. Well, hey. Good riddance, I guess. I'm just joking, but... Let's get Athos' abs in here. The baby is Reese's problem, but baby adopted Reese. Baby has chosen. Baby has chosen Stinky Dad. Baby saw the stinkiest, grumpiest, least child-friendly person and was like, this is the one. This is the one I will choose. And that's the best trope, I fear. That's the best trope. The sort of begrudging dad trope gets to me every time. But he has a cat. He does. He's got a little pot pie. Maybe a bad influence, but he has a baby dragon attached to him already, so yeah. This is a dragon magnet. What can you say? A dragon magnet, but surely, but dragons appreciate wealth, right? I thought Reese was break. Me and our kobold a couple of campaigns ago chose 2 dead people as our parents. Oh no. Oh, little baby. That's so cute. Always be choosing like the least the least suitable people. I love it. Then we gave her a gun. Oh my gosh, yes! I'd love to just shoot things with a gun, I think. In D&D. There's 2 things that really get to me in D&D. And that is punching and shooting things with a gun. I just think it's really funny every time. That's why I really want to play monk next campaign. I'm so down to play monk next campaign because there's something so unbelievably funny to me about like seeing horrors beyond human comprehension and just punching it. Just punching it in the face. Like finding it, like facing off against a dragon and just punching it. That's hilarious. Are you kidding? You showing up to a dragon fight with fists? Okay. You showing up to a dragon fight with a gun? Oh yeah. Popeye appreciates Reese because he was the first thing he saw after hatching, so Reese is a strange looking dragon mom. Oh, the duckling effect. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. We were joking about getting hold of some of those gold chocolate coins, Suzanne. Dragon with a cookie hoard. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Yeah, little baby hoard for little babies. I love it. Ugh. And his little nose in. Again, I think I need to fix Athos's face a little bit. There's something a little bit whack about it, which is really funny. Like this one, like this one and Cat, they both had the most whack anatomy out of all of them. Those of course the ones that I end on. That's fine. It's fine. My anatomy's been okay on the a million others that I've done, so. Hopefully not a baby much longer, but we will see. Fingers crossed the campaign keeps running. That's what you can really hope for. It's so nice to have. It's so nice when you have like an established groove and you get to play all the time. It's just, eek. I never want it to end. Just keep it going forever. Right. Okay. It's almost time for me to log off, so I think I'll just leave Athos where he is at the moment. Because I have some little outfits to show you guys if you want to see. I've since Brannigan died and is no more, I took it upon myself to give Senna some good some new updates, some new outfits, because I am going to make sure that this boy haunts the narrative. Senna is going to wait, I missed that. Bran died. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Bran is dead. He's dead. Wait, let me show you the I explained it a bit more in detail at the beginning of the stream, so you'll have to go back and listen to me explain it at the beginning. But here's a piece I did. Here's Senna after Bran died. Yeah, he's dead. He's fucking dead. The Inquisitors killed him. They beheaded him. So and then his body turned to flowers and moss and wood, and he's gone. He's gone. And Senna's without her best friend, and it's really, really sad. Oh gee, how evil. Yeah. I know. I sob. I know. They were best friends. My girl is so sad. But because of this, I have decided to give Senna some more outfits, because she is going to be the vessel. She's going to be the primary vessel through which he haunts the rest of the narrative. I have vowed this to myself. And so I gave her some new outfits, because after he dies, she is gonna wear his clothes. She's gonna incorporate his clothes into her wardrobe. So this is his little like circus outfit, his like circus outerwear, and she's got her little wizard book, and she's got his panpipes. She's got his panpipes, and she's got her wizard book, and this on the front. He dealt in tarot. He used to do tarot. And so in the next session, she plans on giving his tarot cards away to a friend, to Grimhilda, because she's kind of like a divination girly. But before she does it, she pulls a card from the deck, and I've already pulled this card. It's the Fool, which is Bran's card. When we decided, when we all spoke about which tarot cards are for which people, Bran's card is the Fool. And it also means new beginnings and things like that. And so she pulled the Fool card, and she has it tucked in here. That's the tarot card that she pulled. She looks really good. She looks really good in his clothes. The baby, she needs all the hot chocolate and hugs. Yeah. And this is the next outfit. It's basically the same thing, but this is Bran's shirt from his level 4 outfit update. He had this sort of like pirate shirt thing going on. I sketched it out. Like really rough at the time. So that was him. and he had this like green belt thing going on, so she's wearing it. And this is a blue magic candle that she made for him that he kept on his thing. So now she's taken his shirt as well and she's wearing it over the top. And then this one is his little vest, his little like dark leather vest, which is like the chillest one. And that one, oh, I think I have the, wait, do I have a good picture of him in his circus outfit? I don't think so, actually. But you see, like, this is the circus outfit he was wearing. And the vest, the dark vest, is what he's wearing here. And his panpipes. And his purple scarf. She does have his purple scarf as well. She keeps that, but I think she keeps it as like a safety blanket. Like, she doesn't wear it, she just like snuggles with it at night. And finally we have this one, which is like kind of a silly one, but these are his like circus pants. He used to wear them as like pajamas, but they were like these super loose, like kind of silky pants, trousers. And as you can see, he's wearing them here. When he was braiding her hair and he had charmed her and he had soothed her when she had turned into a werebat in front of the party for the first time. And I just, I'm in the trenches. My baby. My baby. Oh, I have a good, oh, he's wearing his shirt in the chibi. He's wearing his shirt in the chibi. The baby. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. I'm absolutely, it's soul crushing. It's soul crushing. Look at him. He was so happy and now he's dead. He's fucking dead. And they were so cute. They were so cute. And he's dead. Man, I hope people are this upset when my character dies. Real. Oh my god. Everyone was in bits. They were in tears. They were in tears. I cried, and I don't tend to cry at D&D. Because I find it awkward to cry in front of people. I had to turn my camera off, and I was like, I just couldn't hold it in. It was so sad. Just the whole thing was so sad. And I just feel so bad for Senno. I feel so bad for her. The last thing he ever said to her, by the way, he shouted at her. That was the last interaction they had. He shouted at her because she was getting angry at this racist old lady that was being racist to her. And she threatened to drown her in sewage, and Brannigan was like, "Stop it, you're not helping." And like shouted at her. And that was the last interaction they had, and it's absolutely soul crushing. But look at them. Look how happy they were. This was earlier today, like in game. This was them at the beginning of the day. This was them at the beginning of the day. And this is them at the end. Them, because Bran is also in this photo. In this. He's the blood splatter on the floor. Like, look how pretty her dress is. And they're just... The before and after is shocking. Yeah. Oh, poor thing. Poor thing. yeah. So next week we're, well, this next session we're sort of navigating our character's grief through a week of downtime, because there ain't no way they're going back to work after this. They need a week to cool off, and sort of get their heads on right. But hey, look at this. Hey, look at this, almost done. I have faith that next week is going to be the final week of this piece, which is so exciting. It's so exciting. Yeah, we'll finish off Athos, and we'll do something with the background, make it stained glass windowy. Do have to like add in these little windows. Maybe I will need to do one. Jack, I'm back. We're logging off, girl. Oh, one more stream, yes. I might end up having to do a little bit of work between now and next stream, just to make sure that we finish it next stream. But you know, teehee. It's always done. It's always done. It's so exciting. And then we're gonna have to figure out what we will do next time. Poor Jack. Yeah. Then we'll have to figure out what we'll do next time. Also, heads up for next week. This Sunday, the clocks are moving back or forward, so because of daylight savings. So next week, depending on where you are watching me from, my stream will begin either an hour earlier or later, or somewhere in between. Hour earlier or later for you guys. So just, you know, keep an eye out next Friday, just in case my stream isn't when you expect it to be. Oh crap, is it? Yeah, it is. Daylight savings. It's finally, we're finally gonna have daylight all day. Yippee! Oh good, you'll be back to normal. Normal for Eleonora. We love it. Yeah. I suppose I did start the stream and during the British summertime, so it's back to usual now that winter is officially over. So just, yeah, be aware of that. The clocks are changing already. I know, crazy. Winter is finally over. Thank God for that. So thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Thank you, Dark Shadow and Eleonora and Jack and Daro and Artosos, and I think I saw Waffles in here earlier, and anyone else who has been who's popped in or been lurking. It is always so much fun to hang out with you guys. It's so much fun, and thank you for sharing in this terrible loss with me. I appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, play some D&D, and I will see you all next week. Okay, bye! Bye!